I'm Nanda Ganesan, Professor of Information Systems. I'm also the Chair of the Department of Information Systems. I mostly teach computer networks and database design in the past, management information systems, and my work, computer-related work, is a lot to do with e-learning, and I also design websites. I was born in Sri Lanka, and I grew up in Sri Lanka, the northern part of Sri Lanka, known as Jaffna. I had a very, very interesting childhood. My father was an electrical engineer, and my mother was a principal of a high school. As a principal, she will be doing the scheduling, and I will be helping her in erasing and putting things. And that has become very useful now that I'm the department chair. Believe me, I do a lot of scheduling. It is in me, and I thank my mother for that. I was also interested in creating things. So when I was young, when I was, I suppose, about 10, 11 years old, I created a radio transmitter, and used to fool my friends and my relatives by staying in another room and transmitting over this transmitter. And they would hear me over the radio. They thought I was broadcasting over the radio. I was mechanically minded. I would create various mechanical things, and eventually I went to the university to become a mechanical engineer. That was my first degree. After getting my first degree, I had this great opportunity to go to Iran. The primary purpose was to start an Institute of Technology. The institute that we just started as a small institute with very few people today is one of the leading universities, I believe, in Iran. It's called University of Semnan. I always wanted to do a PhD. So I went to England, did my master's degree, a master's degree in operations research at University of Lancaster. Then I applied to do a PhD and got into University of Birmingham in production engineering with a focus on computers. I went back home for a short while to work, and at the time Sri Lanka was going through a very, very tough time. There was a very nasty, very brutal civil war. The situation back home was getting worse, so I had to take my family out of Sri Lanka. I got a job in Singapore, a very good job in the National University of Singapore as a lecturer. So one day I was casually talking to one of the other faculty members in the National University of Singapore and said, I'm planning to move. He said, Nanda, if you're going somewhere, go to the best country in the world. He said, United States is the best country for you to go and settle and get your family. When I landed here, and I was getting into a bus one day and was putting some coins in there. And the bus driver said, you have to put the exact coins in here, you should know that. I'm just here for one day. Then I realized that he thought I was from here. So I say, the moment you walk out of the airport, you are a local. At that moment I said, I want to stay here. I'm very proud of having served as the department chair and building a brand new program in information systems. This fall, 2024, the Department of Information Systems will have a brand new program consisting of 3 options: cybersecurity, data analytics, cloud software development. California State University at Los Angeles gives you the freedom to innovate and be creative. Anytime you had a solid idea, I put that into practice, there was support from the university. For the students, I am impressed with your motivation. I am impressed with your drive. There is a reason why the California State University is on the top for upward mobility. It is not only because of us, it is because of you too. If you don't aspire, if you don't work hard, you cannot go to the top. Faculty members, you have been great. You have offered me support many times. Sometimes I think I could be a little bit strong in my decisions, but I think you appreciate what I do. This is the 3rd time I have been elected to chair the department, and I think you have some faith in me, and I'm very thankful to that. And I couldn't have done whatever I did in the department without the active participation and support of the faculty members. I have served on committees that evaluate outstanding professors. I have seen amazing people. Just the thought that I am being kept at the same level, at least looked at the same level, makes me very, very happy. So I'm here for 40 years. People come and ask me when I'm going to retire. So I tell them the story. One day a student in my class came and told me, my father recommended me to take the class. Apparently his father was in my class. So I tell my friends when they ask me when I'm going to retire, I tell them, when one student comes and tells me, your grandfather recommended me to take this class, that's the time I think I should consider. But I'm not sure, I may retire anytime, but overall I must say that I have an amazing journey at Cal State.